Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's your brother Gabriel Romaani. 5 red flags that you should have known and seen before you got married. Now, a lot of my clients come 2 or 3 years after the marriage, and then they want to have a marriage counseling. And they say, I have problems with my husband, I have problems with my wife, and these are the problems. Excessive social media use, not being committed to the deen, being very poor character. And the first thing I asked them, obviously these are just examples, but the first thing I asked them is, did you guys actually vet each other? What did you talk about before you got married? Did you guys bring up any of these things or not? For example, one of my clients married a woman from overseas. Specific culture, specific, sadly, ethnicity. But bottom line, he was very excited. This woman was very beautiful. Right? Those women are known to be beautiful. Allahumma barik. And he just couldn't see it. He couldn't see the flag, even though it was as big as a national flagpole. So she kept asking about his passport, about going to his country, about, how things are there. Like, it was weird and strange that she was asking these questions. It seemed that most of the things that she cared about were moving to that country, his passport, his status in that country. The guy was too blind to see the red flag because he was just super infatuated. And this happens a lot with women. A lot. With men when it comes to women. Well, bottom line is that after some time, when he did bring her over, well, she ended up doing what? Leaving him. As soon as she got her papers, her status in that country, she left him with a letter saying, pretty much, see ya, loser. And that he should have seen coming. Now, what are the 5 major red flags that you could be, or 5, and there's a lot actually, by the way, but let's talk and cover only 5 today. Number 1, and I'm trying to cover here brothers and sisters. And again, it's not the most important, but I think it is important. Number 1, it is social media. Activity in social media. If you're a brother and specifically if you're a brother and you're trying to marry a sister and she's got some crazy activity on social media and you think that she's somehow going to change, now you're going to marry her and all of a sudden she's going to delete all that attention. If she's got at least 200 followers, I'm just saying 200 now, people have 20,000. If she has at least 200 followers, she's basically like, well, the whole village knows her. And that attention from 200 different people, it matters a lot to her. And now you come in and you're saying, give up that attention of 200 people for one man's attention, i.e. you. Think she's going to do that? Well, maybe not. It could be not. So that's a major red flag though, because why is she behaving like that? Especially if she behaves weirdly, like there's dances and weird things that are happening. It shows that she's a bit liberal, quite a lot in her mindset, and this will be a problem for you. For brothers, well, if you're a sister and you look at brothers, you can also look at his social media. Does he follow women? Does he like women's pictures, especially haram women? Well, that's a problem, even if they're hijabi. Like, a lot of brothers think that if you watch hijabi tutorials or hijab tutorials or whatever, makeup tutorials, that's somehow halal because she's wearing hijab. No, it's not. So if your future husband is watching those things and it's open, like you can actually see that he is following these women, that's a huge, major red flag. Number 2, as I said, obsession with status, obsession with maybe money, passports. A lot of people want, you're from there. They care about your passport. What document do you hold? What position and status do you have in society? They always ask questions related to that. They ask about vacations, about things that they could do, about money they could spend. They're already making plans. That's a red flag. Especially when those people are women, of course. Now, what about men? What do they care about status? Well, a man can also take advantage if he starts asking about your dad's wealth or, if you're inheriting anything. That's a big red flag because he might want to just take your money away and use it. And many times brothers take their wives' monies, subhanAllah, without them giving it to them. Number 3, disrespect to parents. So imagine that you're sitting with her and you're talking and you guys are so polite to each other. Mashallah, brother, mashallah, sister, this and that. And then her mom walks in or something, walks by or asks her a question. Stop, mom. Leave me alone right now. And you're like, oh, God, well, is she doing? But she's so pretty. Maybe she's just having a hard time, a bad day. Let's just overlook that. No, that's a major red flag. Her dad passes by and, asks her to do something. Like, I'm busy now, can't you see? Or, they annoy me sometimes, Major red flag, man. Major red flag. Because that's her temperament right there. Same with the brother. Same kind of behavior. His mom calls him or his dad, whatever, and they just have a bad temperament towards their parents. It's a red flag. So you got to be careful. Brother and sister, both of you, okay? So disrespect those parents, okay? Too much focus on appearance on both sides. That usually comes to women, right? Makeup, like a lot of fakeness, a lot of filters. Brothers, they get so easily influenced by beauty. They think this is the standard of beauty. But you don't remember that once you clean it up, then you're going to have a problem. She's not going to look like that, right? Now, makeup is a huge challenge for women today. It's one of the biggest challenges. Why? Because society, the makeup industry and fashion industry, has worked so hard to psychologically torment them and convince them that they are ugly and that there's always more beautiful girls than them and that they're going to miss out on attention and many other things in the world and they're going to be miserable. And they believe it, and then they put these masks on. Makeup is a mask, basically. It's a deception. The deception of beauty. Now, people can say, well, women can do that. They can beautify themselves. They can beautify themselves when they're beautiful. But a lot of women, when they're not really beautiful, they put on the makeup. And the difference between the makeup and reality is huge. And it's a deception. So, for example, I had a client who married a woman. And I'm not kidding you. After the night of marriage, when he saw her without makeup, he wanted to divorce her. Actually, he did end up divorcing her. First of all, because she had contact lens on. And he thought for some reason, and he was so silly, that she had blue or green eyes. Now, I'm not trying to insult that client. Maybe he's watching this video. But it is silly. We are silly as men because we get easily attracted to things that might not be actually natural. Right? Different things, implants, augmentation, and so on. But we don't allow our brain to actually say, hey, wait a second. Is this real? Is this how it is once it comes down? No. So, it's a huge major flag when a woman focuses so much on her appearance and always her makeup and the pictures and the filters and gives you a very, very different view other than what she really is. And it's a problem. Literally, my client divorced his wife the next day. He took her virginity. He was very happy with her. When she took her makeup off and everything, she took the ghusl and she came out, he was shocked. He was like, brother, she didn't lose 2 marks. She lost like 7 marks. Like she was a 9 and became like a 2. And I was done. So be careful. Now with the brothers, on their side, when a guy is like plucking his eyebrows and too much about, that's weird. The women should be very careful. When a guy's like, yeah, they think I'm handsome. I think women think I'm handsome. And this, and he's always looking in the phone and is taking a selfie. Like, okay, you should take care of your appearance. You should look good, 100%. I'm always encouraging that. But you'll feel when a guy overdoes it. Every mirror he passes by, he's just, no. Red flags is, I'm telling you, the guy is a bit weird. Okay, you got to be careful not to fall with this kind of guy, right? And last but not least, the career-obsessed woman. If she's like super, like everything is about, yeah, it's very important for me to save the world. I want to be Dora the Explorer. I want to travel and save the children in Africa and this and that. Well, it sounds like nice, but guess what? She's not going to be giving you family and children because she's going to be busy saving children in India or Africa or wherever, which is good. People should save, but not her, not your wife. She got other priorities, all right? Some women are so career-oriented, mission-driven, where it becomes extremely masculine. And that means she's always going to want to be outside. She's always on the go. She has very strong masculine energy because that type of desire for a mission and adventure is a masculine thing. 100%. Okay? Major red flags. A lot of brothers, again, oh, but she's so beautiful. I'm going to ignore this flag even though it's as big as, I don't know, the Empire State Building. I'll just ignore it because she's so beautiful. I'm never going to be able to get someone more beautiful than her. That's the stupidity of men. We go based mostly on beauty. And sometimes that beauty is just makeup and filters, but we still fall for it because we are a bit shallow when it comes to our assessment of women. We get sidetracked by that beauty and that appearance, which is a lot of time deceptive. I work with men to try to help us to get past that, inshallah. What about on the female side? Well, on the female side, the lack of mission and drive, I would say, is a major flag. And I always tell women, ask him about his mission and vision. And if he just tells you like, yeah, I just want to, have a decent life and have a good job and that's it, red flag. I mean, you can probably have a very docile life with him. It'll be like a docile cow. But the reality is that he's not going to give you that excitement that you want. He's not going to give you that pride that you want. When you look at your man, you're like, man, this guy is on it. And women want that, right? Now, women are staying home. They take care of kids, this and that. They want to believe that there's taking care of someone, sponsoring someone, supporting their husband who's out there doing things. And she's part of that. She's proud of him, that he is super high, like he's like, this is, meaning not super high like that, but you know what I mean? Like he is, it's that hierarchy, okay? So yeah, women, that's a big red flag if a guy doesn't have a mission, a vision, a drive for adventure, for doing things, for saving the world, for achieving things in life, all right? Big issue, because you in the end will be sad. You in the end will be attracted to him sexually. You in the end will feel connected. You'll be roommating with him, but that's not gonna satisfy you. So these are some of the things, brothers and sisters. Check out my marriage vetting blueprint that's available. It's in the description, inshallah. It's on sale now. Alhamdulillah, the marriage vetting masterclass. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.